Hey everyone, it's Lucid. Welcome back. It's turn 60, and if you stayed through the end of last episode, which was a long one, you will know that this is the turn that could make or break the game for me. Potentially, we are set up to win everything. Not everything, but to have just a major landslide victory this turn or to have crushing defeat. We are engaged in a major multi-front war where we are fighting. We're in skirmishes with Ashdod. We are trying to kill this 5k army of undead that are bottled up inside of Scaleria. And this turn I finally have the tools to do it, and we were going for storming the castle. And Yis had finally struck out and gone in an aggressive position while we were raiding him, and we were set up to potentially kill everything of Yis's. And anyway, we will see if we were 3 for 3, 2 for 3, 1 for 3, or 0 for 3. Place your bets in chat. Just kidding. So we have a message from Scaleria. Let it be known that we were capable of leaving our forts. Sally forth! Let's slip the dead of war. And a message from Ashdod. Thanks, I know we're cool. I'm just surprised at how you reacted to the whole situation. Also, to be clear, I fully respect the abomination of an unchecked Scaleria, sacred giants or no. I was referring to the specific situation of Scaleria in this game. In his current state, with not enough research to counter, for example, battlefield evocations, and generally much smaller number of cultists and skeletons, all thanks to your valiant efforts, of course. Yeah, I'm not sure he fully respects, but anyway, he did fuck over the Scaleria Alliance nice and proper. We have some magic phase events. The first is us magic phasing on top of... we're going to go to Scaleria after this. We're not going to follow this in turn order, but this is us jumping on top of Ashdod. This was to block multi-province movement so that he could not easily intercept me on Satis. So that was successful. Over here, we have Winter getting geared up, and he's looking pretty good. Unholy Blessing, so Skeletal Body, Unholy Power, Unholy Protection. God, one of these guys just lit us the fuck up. Are there more? I think it's just this one. Why can't I click on... Okay. 8. I don't think she's in combat. I think she's back here. Or at least she was. Yeah. God, one of them hit us really fucking hard. We're kind of getting wrecked. And this is a lot of damage. I mean, Ethereal is one of the main parts of defense for Itimu, but... it's not looking quite so hot. 56. Jesus. Oh, shit, she ran in. Well, that's why. We lose Itimu. Yeah, she just chops him in half. I did not think... She was scripted in previous battles to not run in, to just, sit there. Anyway, but the Gate Cleaver will definitely kill Itimu. So that was a gamble. If it was just the lady fuckers, we would have been okay. But, yeah, that her running in... and I knew she had a Gate Cleaver. So it was a calculated risk, but I thought she was scripted to just cast spells. Indeed, she was not. Fortunately for us, Itimu is back. And he got rid of a lot of his afflictions. He's still left with crippled, which is a bit annoying. So we're going to have to move him around almost exclusively through Cloud Trapeze now. And it does mess with his defense skills, but such is life. So anyway, this was one move where we could have just wiped out a ton of Morvarks, and that didn't work. We have a battle in Satis where we run on top of... If he was going to multi-province move here, we had blocked that off, so he couldn't have a big army here. All he could have here was these sages. And this is not going to be enough. Oh no, elementals. Yoink, 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 yoink. Okay, and we lose a few knights, but yeah, they got wrecked. They got completely wrecked. And these are kind of expensive, so if you look at it, this is like 1,500 gold worth of dudes. So, I mean, pretty significant loss for Ashdod. He's probably at 3K income, but with like probably 1.5K. No, he's maybe a bit more, maybe like 4K income with like 2K upkeep or something. So this is almost like a turn of wasted income for him. Meanwhile, I mean, the knights I lost is trivial. And then we have a battle in Scaleria, and this is what you tuned in for. Because Scaleria, I've already done part of this turn. Scaleria comes out of his fort, guns a-blazing. Jesus Christ. Why? How did we get stuck fighting them? I mean, really. Now, there's some things that are not going to go my way this battle. And the main one, so I've run this test before. If I get off Rigor Mortis and Grip of Winter, we're okay. But for whatever reason, he's not going to use... Well, I guess he does. Okay, he gets... Maybe it's my fault. I think I probably should have given him the Robe of the Sea. Because he does Grip of Winter, now he's at 186 fatigue, so it's going to be a long-ass time before he gets Rigor Mortis off. So I think that was my mistake. I thought I tested it and it seemed to work, but it, you know, didn't work great. Apparently. So this guy still hasn't woken up yet. He's about to wake up and pop Rigor Mortis. But by this point, the damage is largely done. We can kill all these skeletons with the lictors, but we need Rigor Mortis. And Rigor Mortis is up now, and so now everybody's going to be passing out. But now we're down to not very many lictors. Like, our line's not very deep. We're starting to get surrounded. All this wouldn't have happened. Okay, now we start to run, which is probably a good thing. And over here we have Balin, the Reborn, which unfortunately we didn't have Rigor up very long, so people have started waking up. And they start doing Unholy Command and shit, and they steal Balin from me. So there's Balin, now on their side. So anyway, the net effect of that battle is he lost half of his undead. He lost a little over half of his cultists. He lost a few thaumaturgs. He lost his only adept to the Silver Order. And we lost 2/3 of our lictors, and all of our knights, and all of our chaff. We did not lose any of our archbishops, and we did not lose our Dusk Elder. We lost a couple censors. So all in all, a pretty amazing hold. But really based off a miscalculation of mine. I assumed that with all the water gems, and it was a bad assumption. I really, 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 really needed a Robe of the Sea. So that was a pretty major mistake. Well, we pay for our mistakes. Yeah, I don't know if there's much more to say than that. Coming down here of a battle, he comes out. Over here we have a battle with Yis, and this is where we brought a ton of Dusk Elders. And you can see we've got everything up. We've got Solar Eclipse. He has Relief up. Natural Storm up, I think that's him. We have Grip of Winter. Rigor Mortis. Quagmire is up. So these guys have really high encumbrance now. 7. With that Swamp penalty. And you can see their fatigue's just getting wrecked. And they have no cold resistance. So not looking good to be a Morvark Knight. And our Knights have flanked them. So them trying to run out with their routed... Where's their routed? Routed penalty. Their defense isn't even that great, and their attack skill's certainly not great. And all of a sudden, it's not looking like a great time to be Yes. The proud, the few, the brave, the Knights of Yes getting wrecked. This one has the Gate Cleaver. Fitting one to die last. Now, what did we get after the battle? We got a Crystal Coins, that's plus 20 gems. We got a Tree Lord Staff, that's plus 40 gems. Girdle of Might, 5. Armor of Knights, 5. Girdle of Might, 5. Anti-Magic, 5. Girdle of Might, 5. All in all, most excellent. A very good haul. Killed a King of the Mountains. Killed Morgan Champions. Killed a bunch of stuff. Get out of here. You really think you're going to take that fort from me? Do you really think you're going to take that fort from me? We took control of Nazca. Yeah. So, the other news from the end of, or from last episode, was that Relay has ended our nap, and we had a nap before. He wanted a long nap so that he had enough time to attack Ashdod, but he has decided that he had better go ahead and end his nap with me, because he wouldn't be able to kill Ashdod, he doesn't think, before I would eat, I guess, Yes. I think that's his thinking. And he sees me tied up with Ashdod, so he would rather, I guess, help Ashdod out and fight me. The thing, though, is he's got a lot of armies positioned near Ashdod's throne, and I think he only has a nap 2 with Ashdod, because I was talking with Sakane today. And, yeah. So anyway, I'm going to have to deal with Relay. Ashdod did not think he would win a 1v1 against Relay. And certainly not now. We talked about what he would need to win. He would need golems to do anti-magic reliably. He would need to assassin-proof his main commanders. And then he would need probably a lot of Anakites. And I think Relay was kind of waiting for me to maybe kill a big stack, but I've been kind of dodging the big stack. But I think if I killed one of these Ashdod stacks, I think Relay would have gone the other way. So maybe I should have? I don't know. But this was going to be hard to fight. There's going to be no cheap way to take it down. Now I've got to deal with Scaleria again now. So, yeah. We're going to try the same plan again versus Scaleria. The first thing we have to do is remass our troops. Oh, but I didn't finish the Ashdod thing. So here we go. Ashdod has a few options. They could attack me and try to get all of this. And I'm just going to... I have a lot more lictors I'm going to bring over here. The problem right now is I need my lictors for a bunch of things. I need them to fight over here versus Yes. I need them to fight over... Well, I guess this is kind of the same, because it's a pretty small area. But we have coming from the top and the bottom to fight Yes. And I'm going to need them to fight Relay. And I'm going to need an underwater scuba squad to go fuck with Relay, kill all his temples. We're going to pillage his land. Yeah. Basically just fuck with this shit. And try to... The goal of this is I want to, A, destroy his underwater economy base if I can, like especially this province, so juicy. Yeah. So anyway, if we can do that, that would be most excellent. And... what else? Yeah, so we're going to pillage, we're going to destroy, but the main thing is to pull his... He's got most of his armies, almost everything, like, all along this border here. Like, where he's bordering Ashdod and where he's bordering me. With a tiny bit over here to contest this throne if he sees an opportunity. And he definitely wants to come over here, get all my underwater stuff, put up forts, be a little fucker. Well, we're going to show him about being a fucker. These squids, if we haven't beat squids enough in previous games... for the record, I have never lost to the squids. Yeah. This game is not going to be the first, I hope. But it's possible. They're scary squids. Anyway, the goal of this, I want to pull the squids up this way. If I pull the squids up this way, especially if I kill a major squid army, then it's going to make a bigger incentive for Ashdod to come in and try to gain ground. The other thing it may do is it may make it easier to talk Nabaa, who's over here. Right, so here's Nabaa, It would make it easier to talk Naba into vulturing all of Relay's land shit, because Relay has a bunch of land shit right over here. And it could possibly get Naba the ability to take control of this land bridge. The thing is that if... This is what Ashdod is worried about. If he attacks Relay, then Relay is obviously going to ask Naba to attack Ashdod. And Naba is definitely thinking about attacking Ashdod. That is like probably their number one war target. So he has to be very careful about... And he's not in a war, and he has a very safe flank with me, because it doesn't make sense for me to attack him, and it doesn't make sense for him to attack me. So because of that, he basically is going to either attack Yis, which there's a few things he can vulture off Yis, which he probably will, because I think I'm going to kill Yis now. I had sent Yis a message, not in-game, but in Discord, saying we should make peace. But I have now peaced out with Ashdod. And because of that, I don't think I'm actually... I had asked him if he was interested. I think... I actually need to send him a message back. I'm going to pause it real quick. And make sure well, we'll do it. Anyway, I don't think we're actually going to do that. I think we're actually... Because this throne is going to be really important. The throne of anti-magic, or whatever, giving me +1 MR. It's going to be very important for fighting Relay. Very important. And it's going to be even more important as the game goes later, because Undead Mastery is like the counter to Ermor. Like, far more so than Lemuria and stuff. So we're going to need this. And he honestly has nothing in the region that can stop me. I can one-turn pop the fort. Nothing he has here is going to be able to defend, I don't think. It's basically just going to be a tremendous amount of bad news bears. Yeah. So I think we're going to take this. We still have a huge army here from... Yes, this is probably his biggest army. And he set them all up to get fluffed. So anyway, we're going to have to deal with them. I've got my big army here. But his army would have killed my army. Though I would have killed probably a lot of it. Probably like 2/3 of it maybe. Or half of it. But I think he would have won. So anyway. That's just something we're going to have to deal with. Now, the deal I have made with Ashdod is... First of all, you can see we're on top of Sitis. We one-turn popped it. He's got his army here. I've raided this. It's got the Devil's Furnace. And generally, what has this war yielded, Ashdod? He's lost about 80 gems of gear at least. He spent 6 gems the turn before defending this. This turn he spent far more, 15, 20 gems defending it, only to lose all of his Graphite Sages. He's lost a couple Thug Chassis. And what has he gained off of it? Well, these things he has gained, right? So... But this I was prepared to give to him basically for free when he just knocked my stuff off of it. But he hasn't gotten really anything else. Now, what I said, though, and he didn't ask for it, I just offered it, is I give him 31, which is not of tremendous value. It's a fort, so he can get mages out of it. It's got some population, so it's nice. He can maybe blood hunt it or something. But I give him this, and then he's going to retain control of these 3. And in it, we get some kind of peace. With the understanding it will be a longer-term peace. So I'll feel a little betrayed if he takes this from me and then immediately ends the nap. Which, technically, he could do, but I would be a little bit less trusting of him. But if he ends the nap after, 10 turns, I don't know, I guess that's fine. But, I mean, it would be just a little duplicitous for him to literally take the fort for free and then immediately end the nap. But it is part of our agreement, and I agreed to it, so I won't be angry. I'll just be disappointed. I need to take these off. Let's not disease these guys yet. I assumed he would move here, so I was going to... Can we make it all the way? Okay, we can. From here, I can move on top of the capital, so I think we're going to move these guys over here. My goal, I think... Wait, can we move on top of the capital? Not really. Now, he's going to want to rebuild his long dead here, so we do want to put it under check this turn. But anyway, for army movement, We're going to take these guys, and we're going to move them here. He's going to have this squad and move it south. Then from here, I should be able to move to one of these provinces through 31, and that will be that. We're going to need to bring these guys up here to Bane Venom Charm relay. So, yeah, I guess we can probably do a bit of the turn together, and then I will probably end it and then finish all the micro myself. But that is the gist of it. This is going back to Ashdod. And I'm going to try to raid, pillage, destroy temples, basically cause a huge commotion up here. Now, he's going to have some assassins or whatever, and mind hunt. I don't give a fuck. We're going to have at least one assassin-proof guy going underwater. We should be okay. So, we'll see. We're probably not even going to try to storm the fort. But I just want to make him, like, gateway stuff in, whatever. We're upgrading the castle here this turn. So, I'm going to try to get more ghouls inside, because once I make him gateway stuff in, then I'm probably going to have to fight it. But might as well do it on land. If I get this place bottled up, that's also going to buy time for me to pillage, like especially this province. So whenever I do it, I want to... We're going to like bottle this up, then we're going to pillage this. He's going to have one turn to move. Then he's going to gateway stuff in. Then we'll probably come off of it and just start fucking around underwater. So that is the plan. Whether the plan works or not, I'm not sure. We're also going to be teleporting around Dusk Elders to knock out temples. And then maybe if I can, I need to get like a black servant or something to go underwater and scout. Because I need to know where the temples all are. But I think that's most of the plan. Do we have anything for events? Not really. Let's talk about Scaleria. So we have about 100 lictors that have survived. We've got 35, 42, 14, 11. I think that's a little over 100. That is a pretty small amount compared to what we've been rolling with before. I think what he's going to do is have a few dudes, a few idiots, like 100 guys out here patrolling. I don't think he's going to have everything. If he is, we're probably going to be in for a bit of trouble, but I think what I want to do is actually send some sacreds at him. What's the movement cost here? 18. Okay, I can actually send a lot of things at him from here. So we're going to send some sacreds at him with some long dead support, which will be enough to kill up to 200 guys. Because he's probably going to be reanimating and raiding. And this will lock down his gap again. Which I basically want to do until, like, for the next 2 turns until I can get another stack. God, killing this thing has been just an absolute fucking nightmare. I mean, it's to the point it almost would have been better for me to let... I mean, it wouldn't have. But, because this is my main source of income, too. I mean, Pangea is basically turned to... The total income I'm getting from Pangea is probably like $400 now. Yeah, probably right around there. It's pretty shit land now. So yeah, if we lost all this, we'd be going pretty close to like income neutral. So we're gonna pull everything over here. What I think I want to do. I think if I take this throne, it might trigger Nabat to go after me. And I don't even really want this throne. If we look at what thrones Yis has. Yis has the throne of the first age, which is the one near me on the south, right here. And then he has the outer throne, which is magic +1. And he has the throne of Gaia, which is growth +2. And this would be okay. I mean, these would basically be okay for getting some gems. But I don't really want to trigger a war with Nabat over it. What I want to do is quietly eat Nazca. That's kind of the plan. So basically, what we're gonna have to do is I now he now knows that that I actually am gonna use my Dusk Elders, whereas normally you try not to, and I'm gonna try to get out of the business of using Dusk Elders as soon as I can. But anyway, he knows we're using them right now. So yeah, we're gonna send these idiots over here, probably without the Dusk Elders. We're gonna see if he's got Magic Duel set up. I think I have Raiders over here that can come smash these barbarians. There's actually not that much stuff here. There's just some priests and some Kurnow druids, so we'll crush that. This group cannot quite get here in time. I might come knock over this underwater temple too. Just because, why not? One more thing for him to do. And then maybe raid, I'm not sure. I do want to take this. Taking this is going to be a bit tricky, though. Though maybe I could do it. I'm going to need more... I could teleport in. We can't quite go there this turn, though. So I think we come here. I hit this with these idiots. Do we have room? Okay, so I think we bring all these idiots. We hit this. And then this will probably get knocked off. This will probably get knocked off. So these guys, we go send them... Not sure where. Not sure where, but maybe we just send them down here. Leave an idiot on top. So yeah, with the plan that we're going to take Nazca and this. And once we kick Yiss off the land, he's going to lose the will to play this game. And so then we have the decision of, do we try to go underwater? Which is not really a bad idea. We can still do almost all the fatigue plays underwater, which is going to be good. And he can't do any of the evocation traps, which is also good. Does mean water elementals are going to get a bit more scary, but that's not really Yiss's power play. Though it is something that they can do. So we'll have to see. I'm not super excited about trying to defend underwater, but I am excited about getting all this income. And it's going to shrink my border. Like, the surface area, I think, will be... It's going to be a lot of land, and I can basically just redeploy my ghouls without, I think, having too many additional land province borders. So, anyway, that is the plan over here. And the thing over here is basically just reinforcing Scalaria as fast as I can. The problem, though, and some of this is going to be mitigated... We've got this giant castle being built, and it should be built in time, by the time Relay can attack. But I'm going to need to stuff this thing full of ghouls and get Bane Venom Charms in here, and let his army just sit on this shit. The siege strength I have here is 430, which is not enough. He's going to have like a 600-person army. It's only 170. So I think what I'm doing, like, this is not a high-value province, but I've got a shit ton of... Well, it's a lot, but not a shit ton. This one I've got a lot in. I need to shuttle some of these guys down here. That'll take a while, though, in terms of turns. So I'm not totally sure what we're going to do. But I'd like to get this up to at least 400 siege defense, which I'm not going to be able to do with just the priests here in like 3 more turns. So, yeah. Trying to think what else. That's I think that's basically it. I think that's it. All in all, it's a good turn for us, even though we had this crushing defeat. And that is because the Yiss War, we've knocked a hole in the Yiss armor. right? A massive, massive hole. You cannot replace 70 Morvarks very quickly at all. So we're going to go jump on top of this, be prepared for some major friggin' fight, and yeah, just God, I really do have to worry about Magic Tool, and I'm worried about taking a fight without it. I don't think he has enough Morvarks. What does he have over here? Swans. There's not even a lot of Kernel Druids. I think most of his mages were here. His capital is, I think, right here. I think. Is that right? Where's my capital? Naba. Yes, yes. So this is Yis's capital. He can maybe reinforce. I don't think he can. He might be able to get Morvarks all the way over here. I'm not sure. Mountain province, maybe not. So, yeah. Anyway, I think that's the play. I know I've kind of been rambling, but anyway, we're going to go ahead and do all the micro for this turn, and I will see you all next episode. Cheers.